coming right up. Hello, basketball fans. You've got it. DA.
Hey, Kevin.
Terrific. David, thanks. Here are the starters for Milwaukee. Middleton and Giannis are the forward tandem. Dante DiVincenzo, he's out there with Holiday. And it's Lopez in at the 5, roaming the paint. And for the Trailblazers, pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Nurkic is out there with Robert Covington. And it's Powell in at the small forward. Now DiVincenzo. After the missed 3 from Damian Lillard. And Holiday kicks to DiVincenzo. Poked away. Powell against Middleton. Lillard the pass to McCollum. That one's no good. 0 of 1 to begin the game. And it's Milwaukee's ball. And McCollum on the floor, all business. Off the court, he's a very outspoken player, very colorful guy. And Greg, you were saying you see a future in media for him when he stops playing.
No doubt about it, Kevin. I mean, McCollum spoke up quickly about the seriousness of the virus when they were playing. He's very knowledgeable and shares what's on his mind. A media position after he's done playing is a very real possibility if he chooses to.
And so the Milwaukee Bucks get the first points of the ballgame. Powell for 3, bangs home the trifecta.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
DiVincenzo against McCollum. Holiday gets the bucket. Holiday's got his second bucket of the game to go.
Well, you're kind of asking for it. Drew Holiday gets in that close. He's probably scoring.
Lillard scanning the floor. And Damian Lillard with the jam.
Gives the team such a great element, having a one guard who can get to the 10.
Certainly something every team wants to have.
Like to see that assertiveness, especially from the guy who's going to orchestrate your offense.
Here's Giannis. Portland making their last shot.
Antetokounmpo, those long strides and then fearless in his attack.
Here's Lillard. Nurkic trying to get open, and Lillard throws it down. Guys back and forth this first half.
And this could continue to go back and forth the entire way.
If you're just tuning in, we played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. Powell against Middleton. No good on the triple. Portland's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Kicks it out to McCollum. Back to Covington. And McCollum now atop the key. From past the arc. Antetokounmpo pulls it in. The Bucks have gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. Softly drops in the floater. Greg, you showed toughness and grit when you played. You've got to succeed in this league with those things at the forefront, right? Being tough, being gritty. And there are several players whose style you admire that play like that.
I mean, no doubt about it. You have the superstars, the Kawhis, the LeBrons, who continue to do it. They can intimidate you physically, but they also provide tremendous skill set. But 2 other guys, Russell Westbrook, Jimmy Butler, they're also guys that exemplify that toughness. 2 guys, when you look at those 2, a lot of people didn't project them to be what they've become, and it's impressive to watch them take the floor night in and night out.
Here's what Portland's going with right now. Cantor, he checked in for Yusuf Nurkic. Anthony comes in for Robert Covington. Derek Jones, he's checked in for McCollum. And it's Simons in for Lillard. 8 lead changes now, and we're still just in the first half.
And I'm not sure I've seen a game with more lead changes this early.
Simons, the pass to Cantor. Out to Anthony. And some nice ball movement here by the Trailblazers. To the paint. And Cantor throws it down.
The sheer strength of Cantor really coming through there. Throws it down with intent.
Holiday with it. 50 seconds left in the first quarter. Connaughton passes to Holiday. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. That's on Enes Kanter.
Holiday perks up a little bit when he gets to the inside, knowing that there's the possibility of some contact.
Both free throws good from Drew Holiday. And Simons has got the ball here for the Trailblazers. They trail by 1. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
The plan of attack is obvious. Get the ball inside and go strong to the rim.
Holiday with it. Jones covering. And Holiday kicks to Forbes. 7-second difference, shot and game clock. And there's the pass to Portis. Banked in off the glass. You talked about a back-and-forth game. This is the definition.
You have to love these kinds of games, scoring-wise, keeping everybody on their toes.
Now here's Powell. And a miss there on the triple. That will count. And no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. At the end of 1, a closely contested game so far. Earlier on, we ran into Bobby Portis to explain the origin of the underdog.
I think the underdog story, started when
And Greg, playing with a chip on his shoulder, has served Portis well.
Some guys try to block out the haters. Portis uses it as fuel to keep achieving more.
And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even so far on the scoreboard. And what stands out to you from the Bucks in this one?
Well, they've been aggressive from the beginning, particularly on the offensive end.
Well, if they wanted to start well, this would be it. They seized momentum right away, and they just didn't let it go in that quarter.
On the court for Milwaukee here in the second, P.J. Tucker is out there with Bobby Portis. Then it's Holiday, and it's Forbes in at the 2-guard spot. A.J. McCollum, he's checked in for Powell. Chris Middleton's checked in for the Bucks. Now, here's Kanter. And here's McCollum for 3. And Kanter throws it down.
And it's not a secret. Kanter is a major factor on the offensive glass, thanks to his size, strength, and excellent hands.
Here's Middleton. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. And he gets the bucket.
We'll see if they can finally hold on to a lead. It's been back and forth all night.
Well, you can tell they really want to increase this lead. They can't keep letting them take it from them.
Simons, the pass to Jones. Anthony looking it over. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation. And the Bucks with some changes. Brook Lopez is checked in for Portis. Giannis Antetokounmpo comes in for P.J. Tucker. And it's Dante DiVincenzo in for Bryn Forbes. And the officials signal the backcourt violation. Not very careful there. Lillard's checked in for Portland. And here in the second with about a minute and a half gone by. Outside Anthony. The pass to McCollum. There's the dish to Kanter. And it's sent back by Lopez.
Oh, that's out of there. Not a high riser, but Lopez using his frame. A smart block, if you will.
And running with a full head of steam, but completely under control.
Yeah, you think he's comfortable at that speed? He's done it so many times before. Just an absolute blur in transition, and that helps get the rhythm going.
Lillard. Good D by Lopez.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over.
And the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
Fundamental play there from Lopez, spotting the open man and then sending him the ball.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Jones dishes to Kanter, and he gets it to go. Kanter's got 6.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
And we're now a little over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter.
Ooh, he missed an easy chance to put some points on the board. He won't get a much better look at that kind of shot again here probably tonight.
And there's the call on Donte DiVincenzo. That is his first foul of the game. Drew Holiday is checked in for Milwaukee. Jones kicks to McCollum. It's Carmelo Anthony on the wing. Back to McCollum. Just 5 on the clock. Cantor trying to free himself up. And McCollum is good for 3. It's a tie ball game.
Well, that's a go-to for CJ. He looks to spray it from three-point line as much as he possibly can.
On the wing, DiVincenzo. Giannis. Inside, it's tipped. Stolen by Cantor. And in the second quarter, a little under 3.5 minutes played already. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. A different look now for Portland. Nurkic checked in for Cantor. Robert Covington comes in for Anthony. And it's Powell in for Derek Jones. Now here's Giannis. 8 points for him. Middleton can't get it to go.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Outside Covington. Nurkic kicks to McCollum. This one for 3. The shot comes out. The Bucks go the other way with it. Pass to DiVincenzo. Lopez against Covington. Goes back up. Lopez, no luck. Got a piece of it. After 2 misses to start the game, he's on the board with that shot made.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
It's McCollum on the wing. Back to Covington. Kicks to Lillard. 6 on the shot clock. Portland again missing. And so Antetokounmpo will bring it up for the Bucks. An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg, I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
The Trailblazers making a switch here. Simons is checked in. The Bucks also changing it up. Bobby Portis is checked in for Lopez. P.J. Tucker comes in for Antetokounmpo. And it's Bryn Forbes in for Donte DiVincenzo. Here's Tucker. Good D by Covington. It's all tied in Portland. Thanks for the great interview, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of basketball following
the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, basketball fan. The first quarter for the Trailblazers was fairly even. Some good action during the period as it... And that'll do it.
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game that's been so far. You have to like what we're seeing from Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Yeah, it's been a great performance from him, really staying focused on quality shots.
Yeah, this is showing that they're not going to play at anybody else's pace but their own.
Well, we've got a moment. Let's set the floor. Brought to you by Gatorade. All fueled up for the second half. On the court for the Trailblazers, the high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Norman Powell is out there with Robert Covington, and it's Nurkic in at the center position. Here's Lillard. Giannis Antetokounmpo making his last shot. Leans, and Nurkic finishes inside. Nurkic has got the game tied up here for the Trailblazers.
That's right on the money from Lillard. That's how you finish a possession.
Middleton on the wing. Sinks the triple. Middleton's got 5.
Well, that's one way he can finish, but far from the only way he gets it done. He's got all kinds of tricks up his sleeve.
Lillard, the pass to Nurkic. Covington dishes to Lillard. Nurkic kicks to Powell. Three-pointer, Lillard. Rebound, Milwaukee. Holiday attacking. Good, and the assist goes to Middleton. And it's 8 points for Drew Holiday.
Drew's got such a great build. 205, 210 pounds, a bigger guard. Hard to knock him off of his shot.
Now here's Lillard. He's got 6. Kicks it out to McCollum. The feed to Nurkic. Lays it up off the glass.
280 pounds. I think Nurkic is well within his means to score past contact.
Bucks leading by 3. DiVincenzo passes to Lopez. To the inside. Middleton. And he could not. And yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able to have a challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
And Milwaukee has possession after the Trailblazers pick up 2. The wide open look here for Holiday. But they get it back. Over in the corner, Antetokounmpo. And stolen by Lillard. And oh, here we go. Lillard's got it, the fast break chance. Right around 3 minutes into the second half. And the officials calling for a 3-second violation.
Yikes, that one stings there. Hurts so much more to turn the ball over, especially with how tight the game is.
A different look now for Portland. Cantor checked in for Nurkic. Anthony comes in for Robert Covington. And it's Derek Jones in for Damian Lillard. P.J. Tucker, he's checked in for Milwaukee. Pat Connaughton comes in for Drew Holiday. Now here's Giannis. It's stolen by Jones. Fast break. Here come the Trailblazers. Lobs it up for Anthony. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
Melo has to be in position for plays like that. That time, perfect position.
Little under 2.5 minutes off the clock now here in the third.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
And they have certainly been looking locked in offensively.
They sure have. Staying aggressive and playing under control.
Here's Cantor. Passes it to Jones. McCollum outside. Lets the 3 fly. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. McCollum's got the lead up to 4 now for the Trailblazers. DiVincenzo kicks it to Tucker. A shot by Middleton. Wide open. That one's off. Still out of sync.
Just not much success when it comes to shooting.
Here's Powell. And he lays it straight in. Now it's a 6-point Portland lead.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
There's 39 seconds left in the third quarter. Up high to stuff the alley-oop.
Yep, that's a great look from Giannis there.
The Trailblazers on offense. They're on an 11-2 run. On the pass to Pop. It's Jones on the wing. Just 5 to shoot. Back to Powell. The high post shot. Again, the Trailblazers good for 2.
Clearly defensive miscue there. If there's not a body on him that's sitting at the mid-range, that's a defensive mistake.
And it's Antetokounmpo penetrating.
Watching that guy put on a burst of speed, he takes up so much of the floor. What a burst by Giannis.
And here's McCollum for 3. And he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. And that's going to do it for the third quarter. Portland out in front as they end the third quarter with a 13-4 run. From Portland, we're back in a moment. Well, what a terrific game it's been so far, with this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. On the court for the Bucks, Portis is out there with P.J. Tucker. Then it's Chris Middleton, and it's Forbes in at the 1 spot. Trailblazers moving the ball around. Back to Jones. Here's Cantor. That shot no good. Great D that time from Portis. And here comes the break. And Anthony sends it back.
How about Melo rising up quick to that one there? Nice shot block.
Oh, they keep the ball out of the cylinder, but pick up a foul in the process. 2 shots at the line.
Oh, stops the dunk there. The best outcome in a bad situation.
Drew Holiday is checked in for Pat Connaughton. And good on the second, so he makes them both.
You can tell he's feeling confident right now at the line, and when he's on, he can be lights out.
And here's Holiday. Here's Middleton. And Cantor pulls it down. Cantor's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. And the Bucks making a change here. Lopez is checked in. Anthony against Portis. 60 seconds off the clock here in the 4th. Here's Cantor. The rebound by the Bucks. Lopez has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Ball's knocked loose and out of bounds as the Trailblazers gain possession. Trailblazers leading by 6. Here's Simons. Dishes it to Jones. Pass to Cantor. Over Lopez. Cantor kicks to Jones. Over Middleton. And that one comes up a bit short. Bucks trail by 6. Launches a 3. Milwaukee, no good that time either. Trailblazers have gone 0-3 to start the 4th quarter. Back to Jones. Pass to Simons. To the middle. Stolen by Holiday. It's 2-on-1. Pushing it up. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Jones.
Great energy on the deflection and a good job disrupting their offense.
Yeah, appreciate the work right now on the defensive end.
Dante DiVincenzo. He's checked in for Milwaukee. Shots good by Middleton.
And that's his 2nd triple of the half. None for him going into the break.
Holiday against Lillard. He kicks it to Nurkic. Lopez grabs the board. Lopez has got his 6th rebound on the night, and the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason, I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
Here's what Portland's going with right now. Norman Powell comes in for Carmelo Anthony, and McCollum subbed in for Anthony Simons. Now, here's Lillard. Nurkic. A rebound by the Bucks. Lopez has got 7 rebounds in the game. And now the fast break. Middleton with the ball. It's good on the putback. And the Bucks lead by 1.
Now, so exciting to see the growth of the Greek Freak. There are shots that stars sink, and that's a momentum changer right there.
Lillard attacking. Lopez with the steal. Fast break, Milwaukee. Giannis is running. And for Portland, they're shooting it pretty well, close to 50%.
That's a tough rebound if you don't have the length that he does, so the size paying off.
And the dunk by Giannis.
I mean, just look at the box score right now. He's not only filling it up with these points, but in every facet of the game.
McCollum outside. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Man, he was a go-to guy in crunch time in college, and McCollum now has developed that reputation here in the league.
Now here is Holiday, and it's slammed in by Holiday.
And the outcome on the line, Holiday comes through with a crucial bucket there.
Lillard against Holiday, down low. Money!
That is world class.
Love seeing that there. A huge possession, and he nets it.
There's 53 seconds left to play here in the fourth. It's money from deep.
How about that shot by Middleton? Doesn't matter where it is in the game, he'll take that shot.
DiVincenzo against McCollum. Inside, gets it out to Covington. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. 35 seconds left in the game. Now Middleton, right side Holiday. And there's a foul. It's on C.J. McCollum. That is his first foul of the game. Middleton outside. Kicks to Antetokounmpo. Back to Middleton. 6 to shoot. Lets it fly. C.J. McCollum with the rebound. The shot by Lillard, wide open. It's in! And what a sensational bucket to bring them within one.
And he wants the ball at the end of the games. You can see why Lillard's stepping up again to the challenge.
Yeah, you have to do that, though. You can't just let him dribble the game out.
He drops the first one, and that will put them up by 2. And he cannot convert on the second. That misses.
It's interesting, as Giannis has grown in this league, the Greek Freak we know is so versatile, just competing to be one of the best players in the business.
Now a timeout called by Portland. They're behind by 2. Just 2 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. What do you think, guys?
And with a couple seconds still on the clock, I try to get the ball in as close to the basket as possible. That way, if you miss a quick one, you may have time for a putback to tie it at the buzzer.
3-pointer, Lillard. Oh, the all-or-nothing shot. No good. All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that'll do it, folks. to do whatever's needed.
2 players injured, one of their stars out, something they'll have to dig deep to overcome.
Here are the starters for Los Angeles. We've got Kawhi Leonard, Reggie Jackson out there with Paul George. Then there's Batum, and it's Zubats in at center. And for the Bucks, Middleton and Giannis are the forward tandem. Dante DiVincenzo, he's out there with Holiday, and it's Lopez in at the center position. And it's Batum with the ball, bringing it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. To the paint, Lopez with the steal. Hey, Steve, 2 defensive-minded teams in the building tonight. Both are good at getting stops.
Yeah, Kevin, this is going to be one of those chess match basketball games we get a chance to see. Difference, I think, will be the team that can somehow get easy baskets will make the difference.
And so the Milwaukee Bucks get the first points of the ballgame.
Proving how dangerous he is. Give George these looks, and he'll knock him down.
And so Antetokounmpo looking over it. Here's Holiday. Lopez right side. The shot, no good. And the Clippers will come the other way. George against DiVincenzo. And George kicks to Leonard. Back to George. 5 on the clock. First 1:30 gone here in the first quarter. The shot by Middleton, wide open. Yes, and it's Holiday with the assist that time.
The underrated vision of Holiday. I like it when he's distributing, and I think his coach does as well.
And here's George for three. And it's George again missing. The Bucks have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. And that's a foul. It's called on Reggie Jackson. That is his first foul of the game. Here in the first quarter with about 2 minutes gone by. Shots good by Middleton.
And this is what Middleton does. Hit trades. He's one of the best in the league at helping his team space the floor.
Here's George. Lays it up and banks it in.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Wow, that's a defensive breakdown. Can't do that against good scores.
Giannis outside. To the middle. Deflects the pass. Stolen by Zubac. Lopez with the steal. Middleton for three. It's hauled in by Zubac.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
George, no good. Milwaukee leading by 5. Here's Holiday. Here's DiVincenzo. For three, Middleton. He can't get it to go. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. George with no one around. And again, no good by the Clippers. Here's DiVincenzo. And the rejection by Zubac. Here's Middleton. Another miss by Middleton.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that. Excellent on both ends of that play.
Yeah, the steal was sharp, but the slam topped it off.
Turning defense into offense. Every coach talks about it. Perfect example right there. I mean, he's staying aggressive, trying to regain his touch, but right now, he's hurting the team.
Up again, misses the follow-up. Clippers trail by 7. To the inside. Lopez against Leonard. And George, here we go. Pass to Zubac. 5 to shoot. It's George on the wing. Antetokounmpo defending.
What I like, he hasn't stopped competing despite the off night.
Kicks it down to Middleton. Takes the 13-footer. Connects. The jumper drops. Middleton's got 11 points.
And just about every one of Middleton's shots is a smart one. Even from mid-range, he's not going to force anything.
Here's Leonard. They get it again.
Challenging the defense at the rim, something he does very well. Excellent tip in.
Bucks leading by 7. Giannis outside. Middleton on the wing. The top of the key jumper is on the mark. 13 points in the game.
Talented, driven. He puts constant pressure on your defense.
Looking to end his cold spell. And the last second attempt does not go in for him. And so it's Milwaukee ahead by 9. Earlier tonight, we spoke with Paul George about how they've integrated all the...
Everybody has a chip on their shoulder.
Greg, that last point is key. This team plays lockdown defense.
And that's a big part of their identity. Most teams talk about being well-balanced. This team lives it.
And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And look what we've seen from Milwaukee. What do you think, guys?
You could see they were well prepared defensively coming into this one.
Yes, what they do, they take away the things that teams like to do offensively, also keeping them out of sync.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, as the second quarter gets going. And Milwaukee looking at who they've got. P.J. Tucker is out there with Bobby Portis. Then it's Chris Middleton, and it's Forbes in at the 1.
Promising start for Luke Kennard. End up missing extended minutes with injuries. Hopefully, he can stay healthy this go-around.
Now here's Middleton. 13 points in the game. Here's Portis. Good, and the assist goes to Middleton.
Beautiful by Bobby Portis. Catches it in rhythm, and we know about the confidence he has.
And we've played just over a minute of basketball here in the second quarter. Patterson offline with his 3.
And Kennard's moving into the starting lineup for the first time last season.
And to add to that, he had a larger role offensively. And at the same time, his efficiency increased. That's a good sign.
Now Kennard, after Chris Middleton missed from long range. Kennard, the pass to Mann. Back to Kennard. But they recover it.
Great size by Bobby Portis. Would love to see him block more shots, but he got all of that one.
Let's take another look at the staunch defense during that mobile 1 block.
And guys, that's about as good a defensive play as you'll see. Instant reaction to get a hand to the shot.
Here is Forbes. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Here's Connaughton. Back to Tucker. Pass to Connaughton. Milwaukee needs to get off a shot here. Middleton can't get it to go.
The defense got lucky there. That's one you expect him to drain.
It's tipped. Quarter 2 and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. He kicks to Tucker. Pass to Forbes. From deep. Milwaukee, no good that time either.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Oturu, the pass to Kennard. To the paint, stolen by Tucker. And Middleton with a clear path to the hoop. And that's out of bounds. Milwaukee will retain possession. Big group substitution here for Milwaukee. Brook Lopez is checked in for Bobby Portis. Antetokounmpo comes in for P.J. Tucker. Dante DiVincenzo, he's checked in for Chris Middleton. And it's Holiday in for Bryn Forbes. Now here's DiVincenzo. Back to Antetokounmpo, and that one is good. Rager, the all-time assist leader for the Big West Conference. In that frame, talk about some of the traits that make for a good floor general, a good point guard, a good facilitator.
Yeah, I mean, listen, you have to be a leader because that's what the position calls for. Unselfishness, instincts, that stuff matters. But ultimately, your teammates got to feel like you play for them. And that's when you have a chance as a team to be special.
I'm assuming you've always been like that. Am I correct?
No, that is not
really?
true.
Wow.
I evolved into a leader. In all seriousness, I think some guys are natural. Others, like myself, had to evolve into it.
Spacing and ball movement. We hear coaches talk about those two elements all the time.
Clippers trail by 9. We've got 1:18 left in the first half of the game. Morris outside. Mann passes to Oturu. And here's Kennard. Shot clock at 3. He drains it as the shot clock ticks down.
Can't let Kennard get this close. Once you do, he's going up with it.
Giannis against Morris. Here's Giannis. Good work defensively by Morris.
He goes up strong, but he is met with resistance. I think that surprised him a little bit.
Milwaukee leading by 7. Floats it up for Giannis. An emphatic alley-oop jam.
And if you're looking to make a big play with the pass, you've got to love Giannis. He's a big target on those alley-oop lobs.
Here's Mann. And the pass to Kennard. Lopez with the steal. Now the Bucks moving it up. Holiday is running. DiVincenzo gets the bucket. DiVincenzo's got the lead up to 11 now for the Bucks.
just impressed with the teamwork out there, setting the table for one another.
DiVincenzo against Kennard. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
Exploding to the rim, Luke Kennard slams it in. His offensive energy is a difference maker.
The three for DiVincenzo. And the last second attempt doesn't. Thank you, David. And we'll be back after halftime as the third quarter gets underway.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody, welcome. A nice show being put on tonight by Chris Middleton. He had 13 points, 2 assists, and 1.
And if you're just joining us in this one, first half is in the books, 1 half to go. You know, Chris Middleton has really been making it happen, guys.
And the bulk of his damage so far has come from the perimeter. A lot of threes early on.
He's been vital to spacing the floor for them. Makes everything else you want to do easier to accomplish.
Taking a look at Los Angeles, Kawhi Leonard is out there with Batum. Then it's Paul George. Then there's Jackson. And it's Zubac in at the pivot, manning the middle. Clock at 4. Batum inside the three-point line, and it's off the back rim, no good. And it's the Bucks on the break. Middleton right side. The rebound by Paul George. Clippers trail by 9. The drive by Jackson, and he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Aggressive on the drive. That's going to result in some free throws for Jackson.
The Clippers have had 2 chances at the line already, making them both. So he gets them both. And here's Giannis. He'll bring it up for the Milwaukee Bucks. They've led by as many as 11 points. Middleton outside. Shot from the wing. Good for his 6th make in a dozen attempts, shooting 50% with that basket.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
Outside, George. From outside the arc. And the rebound goes to Lopez.
It's almost like he's trying to make things hard on himself. You know, he's just got to slow the game down. Try to get some easy ones.
Any chance you get, you want to put yourself in a position to succeed, and that's what he did there.
Great job of reading the floor, got to the rim, and made a play. Not just swinging the ball around the perimeter. Aggressive move inside.
Outside Holiday. This is to Middleton. It's hauled in by Zubac. Zubac has got his 5th rebound in this one. And here's Leonard from 3.
Shaky start to the half. Going 1 for 4. Still trying to find that groove.
Here's Middleton. The layup missed.
Woo, blown opportunity right there. Won't get many chances easier than that one.
And George gets it to go.
Smooth off the bounce with the strength to finish through contact. Paul George showing us how it's done.
Now here's Antetokounmpo. 8 points for him. Gets it to drop, and now he's shooting at a 5 for 8 clip.
No doubt about the consistency when it comes to scoring the basketball for him tonight. A real nice lift for their offense.
Outside, George. No one near him. Milwaukee with the rebound. Middleton's got his 4th rebound in this one. It's Giannis with the drive.
Watch out. Antetokounmpo might be soft-spoken, but he's got a mean streak when it comes to attacking the hoop.
Inside. Outside, George. Fires from deep. Buries the long-range jumper. George has got 5 points now this quarter.
This is the shot you want to get him. An open look from range.
Antetokounmpo up top. Defended by Batum. And that one's good by Giannis.
And I need to see some more assertiveness out of these defenders.
Pass to Leonard. And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
Pushing the action, always working for the best shot. Nice drive by Kawhi.
Holiday surveying the floor. And he uses the glass on the layup. Holiday's got his first points of the game.
And when the score is as lopsided as it is, and you can see they smell blood in the water, my man is going for the jugular.
The putback, rebounded by the Bucks. Giannis has got 4 rebounds now tonight. And Drew Holiday, the bucket on the assist by Giannis. And now it's a 12-point Bucks lead. It's George on the wing. Pass to Zubac. Back to George. Passes to Zubac. George trying to break free. Lopez with the block.
It's a bonus whenever Lopez comes up with the swat. Want to see more of this from the big fella.
George, no good. Bucks leading by 12. Fast break, Milwaukee. For 3, Middleton. Kawhi Leonard comes up with the rebound. And so it's Milwaukee up by a dozen here at the end of the quarter. What a defensive effort they put on Kawhi Leonard. It's rare to see him have the kind of trouble he's had tonight. And we've got more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way after this break. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assists of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
This is why you preach teamwork. Some of the most spectacular plays are the ones where guys are feeding off one another.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. They've got P.J. Tucker. He's out there with Bobby Portis. And it's Forbes in at the shooting guard position. That's the group for Milwaukee right now. I'm sure you've got a list, Greg, of players you've visited with over the years who you really enjoy spending some time with and talking to.
I mean, there's so many, Kevin. A couple guys, and there is a little bias as a point guard, but Damian Lillard and Steph Curry and Chris Paul, 3 guys that, you know, I enjoy sitting down and talking shop with. Giannis, you know, witnessing his journey to greatness, all the while he remains humble and really appreciates his position. So several of these guys, I'm also not just an analyst partner, but a fan and a big fan of theirs.
You are a fan indeed.
That's a nice read. The value of keeping your eyes up.
Holiday against Rondo. Holiday attacking. Out to the right wing. Shoots it. And it's the Clippers with the rebound.
Rare for him to get a wide open shot from mid-range and fail to connect.
Yep, that one goes.
And you see the body control. Morris taking the hit there, but still able to complete the play.
Here's Holiday, and he comes up with the deuce. And the Bucks lead by 12.
A little artistry in the painted area, converting against the size.
Proving once again that when you attack with confidence, good things tend to happen.
Now, here's Kennard. They get a hand on it. Rondo kicks to Kennard. It's rebounded by Portis. Bucks leading by 12. Here's Connaughton, and it's thrown down hard with both hands.
Look at the handles. Shooting one. Gets through.
And it looks like, yep, it's a coach's challenge on the personal foul. That triggers a replay review by the officials.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at, and how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Holiday goes in. They get it back. Portis, and that one is good with the extra effort on the glass.
Must put a body on Portis. He loves to crash the offensive glass.
And Jackson throws it down hard.
Unselfish, moving the ball. Love to see this kind of offense.
Here's Holiday. The Clippers getting the bucket. The pass to Portis. Kicks it down to Middleton. Leonard with the steal. The three from George. Buries it from three-point range.
The mechanics on Paul George's shot are so good. In the end, the range makes no difference.
And the rejection by Zubac.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
He hits the first one, and that stretches their lead to 8. A different look for Milwaukee. Brook Lopez is checked in for Bobby Portis. Antetokounmpo comes in for P.J. Tucker. And it's Dante DiVincenzo in for Pat Connaughton.
And really, from second-round pick to All-Star, Middleton's story, inspirational. Yet even now, it feels like some people continue to sleep on him.
Second chance shot. Rebound, Giannis Antetokounmpo. Giannis has got his 5th rebound in this one. Holiday dishes to Antetokounmpo. Great D that time from Batum. Clippers trail by 9. Pass to Leonard for the 3. And stolen by DiVincenzo. There's 57 seconds left in the 4th quarter. And that hurts as he doesn't get the first one to fall. Trying to focus now on the second. That's good, going 1 of 2 from the line, and that'll push the lead to double digits. And so it's Jackson who brings it up for Los Angeles. Outside Leonard. Now here's Antetokounmpo. A shot by Holiday. Nobody around. Milwaukee, no good that time either. And now here's George, the fast break opportunity. Oh, that was something else.
That was nasty.
And so the coach's challenge here comes into play. The coach protesting the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
No moment is ever too big for Paul George. He remains confident in the clutch.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
And the player introductions are wrapped up. The starting. Welcome, everyone. Let's get ready for some NBA. Looking now at the lineups for both teams tonight. Some names out of action.
And with both teams at less than full strength, we'll have to see which side is able to remain more effective.
Let's take a look at our starters for Portland. Pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Nurkic is out there with Robert Covington, and it's Powell in at the 3 slot. And for the Clippers, Paul George is out there with Reggie Jackson. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Ivica Zubac. And it's Batum in at the 4.
Well, you look at the career that Dame Lillard has had so far. Taken 6th in the 2012 draft out of Weber State, a small school, but this guy became a franchise player immediately for the Blazers.
And so the Los Angeles Clippers get the first points of the ballgame. Lillard outside. No good on the 3. And so George will bring it up for the Clippers. A putback, Leonard. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
And that's the activity on the offensive glass they like to see out of Kawhi. When he's in full hustle mode, they're a much stronger team.
Now here's Lillard. Pass to Powell. It's Covington on the wing. Floats it up there for Nurkic.
And terrific floor awareness. I mean, it's obvious Covington has a great feel for when his teammates are wide open.
The Clippers have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Outside, George. George missing again. And thinking of Lillard, the numbers over his career are incredible.
And Lillard found his strength as a shooter, and boy, did he exploit it. He's been averaging 20 points per game almost his entire career, and he's kept adding to his game as one of the elite players in our league.
Here's Jackson following the basket by C.J. McCollum. Lillard against Jackson. A floater. There's the pass to Zubac. Outside for Batum. Just 4 to shoot. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. Outside, Covington. Powell, the pass to Covington. And Lillard gets it to go.
Such a smart play. Lillard willing to take the jumper from the mid-range.
Outside, Leonard. Pass to Jackson. Knocked away. George with the ball. Lillard picks him up and stolen by Lillard. And here they go. Leonard with the steal. Now the Clippers moving it up. Some nice passing here by Los Angeles. George, no good.
His field goal percentage has dipped this quarter. I mean, his movement has to be better. He has to find the open spots on the floor.
Powell, no one around him, and it's off from 3-point range. And it's Batum with the ball, bringing it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. And again, no good by the Clippers.
And he has definitely been struggling in this quarter.
Just off his game, forcing a few shots, not letting the game come to him naturally.
Cullen pass it to Nurkic. Stolen by Zubac. And pushing it up. Here's Los Angeles. Leonard kicks to George. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. George has got 5.
And there's never been any question about George's three-point range. He just goes through stretches where he knocks down the 3 at a ridiculous rate.
Now, here's Lillard. It's Covington on the wing. Defended by Batum. Shot clock at 5. That's a 2 from Lillard. It's not going to go for him. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. The 3 from George. And again, it's the Clippers from deep.
And hustle paying off there for George in the open court. Gets up court in a flash and finishes before the D can even react.
Now, here's Lillard. Off his leg. And it's being called a kickball. An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Cantor checked in for Nurkic. Carmelo Anthony comes in for Robert Covington. Derek Jones, he's checked in for C.J. McCollum. And it's Simons in for Lillard. Here's Powell. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers. Leonard inside, defended by Jones. Nobody near Leonard. And the Clippers getting another bucket right there.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Here's Simons. Down low. Here's Cantor. An easy 2 points on the layup.
Cantor is a single-minded scorer. Doesn't like to be denied when he's got position, even dealing with a lot of contact.
Here's Rondo. And so the first quarter is in the books. Clippers ahead, leading by... And before the game, we talked to Damian Lillard. You know, Greg, he is...
I don't fear nobody.
And if Lillard's proved anything to us, Greg, in his career, you know he loves a challenge.
One of the premier big shot makers in this game. I don't know if there's anyone you'd rather give the ball to in crunch time.
And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And taking a look at Los Angeles' performance here. What have they been doing or not doing?
Yeah, in that first period, they look to push in transition at every opportunity.
With the game being fast-paced these days, you can expect this from a lot of teams, but they did it very well.
They've got Rajon Rondo, and it's Coffey in at the small forward position. They're the group out there for the Clippers starting the second quarter. And 2 shots coming up at the line as he gets fouled on the shot. Greg, you really began to emerge and got on the national scene at UNLV, but you started your college career at Portland where you were actually named the Conference Freshman of the Year.
Yeah, how about I actually averaged more points in Portland than in any season I played at Vegas. Totally different roles, but Portland's always going to have a sweet spot in my heart. My first child was born in the great city of Portland.
Here's Oturu. And the shot is good. Oturu's got the lead up to 7 now for the Clippers.
He'll take advantage of that kind of soft defense every time. Just give him a chance to attack the basket, and he will.
Simons, the pass to Cantor. The 3. And it's Simons missing.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Outside Rondo. Passes it to Oturu. Here's Mann. Los Angeles needs to get off a shot here. And the basket by Oturu.
Give them credit. Offensively, they've been the more efficient team.
Yeah, and it's because of the looks they're getting. Their offense is creating some great opportunities.
Here's Simons. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. And we have an intentional foul there, G.A. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
So Portland ends up going with the new group. George. They get it back.
Boy, have they gotten hot here in the second quarter. No wonder they're in front.
Trailblazers trail by 11. Lillard outside. From the arc. Morris with the rebound. LA has gone 3 of 5 from beyond the arc so far tonight.
And last season, Lillard doing more playmaking than prior years, a career high in assists for him.
Well, we all know that Dame can score whenever he wants to, but this team is better when he's setting others up. Lillard knows that. I expect him to continue to spread the ball around.
Now the feed to Nurkic. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. Marcus Morris picks one up there.
Oh, man, an underrated big man. Nurkic, I mean, his brute strength is intimidating to deal with on both ends.
The Trailblazers making a switch here. Anthony's checked in.
Yeah, in this quarter, they've had the right approach, driving and drawing, initiating contact, create opportunities, get to the line.
Here's Coffee. 1:57 left in the first half. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
You got to be more disciplined against elite shooters like Kennard. I mean, as he relishes opportunities at the line.
Los Angeles making a switch here. Patterson's checked in. And Portland with a change here, too. Cantor's checked in. Now here's Lillard. And the layup's good off the glass.
The athleticism of Lillard helps him be effective inside. It makes it hard for the bigger, slower defenders to hold him in check.
Pass to Kennard. And a little under 3.5 minutes elapsed in the second quarter of play. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance. And here we go, coach's challenge happening right now. This one in regards to the personal foul, seeing if that was the right call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replay, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
The offensive rebound. Cantor trying to free himself up. And another shot out to Anthony from downtown. And it's the Clippers with the rebound. The pass to Coffee. Here's Mann. Puts up a 3. And Coffee gets it to go. Coffee's got the lead up to 14 now for the Clippers. 56 seconds left here in the second. Pass to Nurkic. Back to Lillard. Shoots. Wide open, couldn't capitalize.
Until he starts knocking down some shots, I don't think the deficit's going to get any smaller.
Kennard, the pass to Mann. Kicks it to Patterson. And again, Los Angeles with the triple.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
He gets it in there. Nurkic has got 4 this quarter.
And what unselfish play from Lillard. This guy has no problem giving it up, especially when his teammate's wide open.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Damian Lillard. That's his first foul of the game, and the bonus will go to the free throw line. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
You know, this is not an area where they expect him to contribute. You know, he's a guy that shot below 70% last season.
Catching up on the changes for Portland. Derek Jones, he's checked in for Yusuf Nurkic. And it's Simons in for Lillard. Anthony taking his time here. That's tipped. Here's Leonard. And no good on the last second attempt this time. And all right, David, thank you. And stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, back. And for the Clippers, the wing tandem of Kawhi Leonard and Paul George inviting history. Thanks for joining.
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. Clippers leading by 17. And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for the second half of basketball. On the court right now for the Trailblazers, the high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Robert Covington out there with Powell. And it's Nurkic in its center. And it's Batum with the ball, bringing it up for Los Angeles. 17-point lead, their biggest.
Well, when Batum spots a wide-open teammate, he zips the rock to him quickly. Just exceptional vision.
Lillard way outside. The Clippers grab the miss.
They get away with it here, but that's not a shot you should ever be giving him.
And stolen by Lillard. Here's McCollum. Finished off the break. McCollum's got his second basket.
Encouraging to see Lillard focus on improving his defense, showing solid instincts to come up with that steal.
LA's gone 5 of 8 from three-point land. 15 points and a deep ball for them tonight. Jackson kicks to Zubac. In the corner, George with it. Some nice ball movement by the Clippers. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Back to Leonard. And it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over. Greg, in New York, you obviously played in a number of championship contending teams. What do the Knicks have to do to get back to that feel, that kind of team?
Well, listen, it starts with stability across the board, but mainly that means at the top. And you got to give this new front office, this new regime, an opportunity. I think they got some good young pieces, but title contenders are not in a constant state of flux right now. They've got to take their baby steps here and start moving in the right direction.
Like you say, it does begin in the front office. Here's George on the mark with the 15-footer. George has got 4 points now in the quarter.
And the mid-range jumper really right in George's comfort zone. When he isn't blowing by guys and finishing at the rim, he's knocking that one down with consistency.
Now here's Powell. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. And McCollum puts up a deep three. And it's the Clippers with the rebound. Zubac has got 4 rebounds now tonight.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
Floats it up there for Nurkic. Paul George with the steal. Leonard dishes to Jackson. Fast break, here they come. Here's Nurkic. And finished off by Nurkic.
Oh, and all Nurkic needs is good positioning. Once he has this, dunking is easy.
George passes to Leonard. A 3-ball. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often. And Yusuf Nurkic, missing a whole calendar year not too long ago, was still involved with the team during that stretch and was a fixture on their bench.
Yeah, shout out to my boy Nurkic, but hey, bro, you had some wild shirts on the sideline. I couldn't even watch the game. You was over there dizzying cats up. But I know you were doing your thing, but you would use clothing to call out other players, teams, and commentators. Nurkic doesn't mince words, and I'm glad he's back and playing.
And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
And the defense knows George can score from there, which is what forces them to kind of compromise at times defensively.
And Los Angeles with some changes. Patterson comes in for Ivica Zubac. And it's Kennard in for Leonard. Enes Kanter's checked in for Portland. Now, here's Lillard. From deep three-point range, drills the three-pointer. Lillard's got 7 points.
And you can tell Lillard loves to test his range. I mean, he's showing how confident he is pulling the trigger.
Rondo looking around. Morris into the lane. To the middle, Patterson. Excellent D from Kanter.
And he's got to do a better job making the D pay for their mistakes.
And Lillard kicks to Jones. Back to Lillard. There's the three. The shot, no good. And the Clippers will come the other way. Earlier in the game, they had a 19-point lead. Now, here is George. 14 points for him. Trailblazers trail by 16. Lillard outside. Passes it to Kanter. Outside, Covington. It's stolen by Morris. And now here's George, the fast break opportunity. And now they decide to foul intentionally.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Both teams will make substitutions. He doesn't get the second one.
I like that he's playing with an edge here in the second half. I mean, he didn't get to the line once in the first half.
Giles, that's good.
Good anticipation on the feed. He knows exactly where to go with that ball.
Outside Rondo. Pass to Oturu. And Kennard wide open. He shoots. And again, no good by the Clippers. Trailblazers trail by 15. And he lobs it up. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. George with the bucket. George has got 11 here in this quarter alone.
As good as he is at creating his own shot, Kennard is also a solid distributor. Doesn't miss the open man when he spots it.
Here's Cantor. Oh, and the buzzer beater's good.
Resourceful move there, ending the...
And so it's Los Angeles. Their lead at 15 going into the break. And they've created a bunch of turnovers with that terrific D. We've got more in store for you right after this. And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. They've got Morris, and it's Oturu in at the 5 down low. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Clippers. Clippers leading by 15. Kennard, the pass to Morris. The dunk and the foul, a powerhouse move, and he's got a chance for one more at the line. That one's on Anthony.
You love how Morris keeps his focus on the basket. You can whack him all you want, but he's still going to knock down those shots.
The importance of the three-point shot never greater than right now, and in your eyes, there are some players who are just absolutely dead, solid, perfect from distance.
No doubt about it. And you know, there's three guys to me, though, that kind of separate themselves. And it's one, because you have to honor their ability equally off the dribble, from three, and at attacking the paint. Steph Curry, James Harden, and Damian Lillard. Those three guys can all hit pull-ups and step backs from range off the dribble. They all got great vision, you know, so they can take advantage of defenses that get caught loading a little too much. And then they also are terrific in the paint at getting to the free throw line. So those are the three guys I think that create the most havoc when you start talking about having to guard the three-point line.
One of my favorite trash talkers in the NBA, Cantor, never really shies away from taking jabs at opponents. And I think his teammates like that.
Back to Kennard. Takes the 3. It's good from long range. And the Clippers lead by 17.
He's just stretching them out. The defense has got to do a better job of staying attached to him.
Yeah, I mean, that's not a guy you can leave alone. Not if you have any hope of closing the gap.
And Enes Kanter picks up the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game. Yusuf Nurkic, he's checked in for Enes Kanter. Here's Mann. Oturu, great positioning on the putback.
That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
And it's McCollum off the drive. Count that one.
And they found the touch from the field here in the second half. It was a struggle in that first.
Clippers leading by 17. Now here's Kennard. And there's the pass to Mann. Here's Oturu. He's guarded by Nurkic. And the basket by Oturu. Oturu's got 4 this quarter.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
Yeah. Horrible effort. It appears they may be on the brink of giving up.
And here's McCollum for 3. He scores his 5th field goal. He's taken 9 shots to get those 5.
He's getting hotter the deeper we get into this game. I mean, he didn't give him much of anything in the first half.
Now flying high and throwing it down with the one hand.
Woo, one of his favorite moves right there, guys. Jones up top. Here's Nurkic, and finished off by Nurkic.
And he set that dunk up brilliantly with the kickback pass.
And look at that, Greg. That's a great decision on the break. That's not a pass every player would see.
Kennard against McCollum. Kennard, the pass to Oturu. Back to Kennard. Oturu's shot is off. Trailblazers trail by 16.
And it's close, but, didn't get on balance quick enough.
And it's a completely new group for Los Angeles. Portland also making some changes. Enes Kanter's checked in for Yusuf Nurkic. Norman Powell comes in for Jones. And it's Damian Lillard in for Anfernee Simons.
His three-point shooting is an important part of his game. Lillard has to hit that shot all night if he wants to keep the D honest.
To the inside. And the dunk by Zubac.
One of the few guys in the league who make a lead pass like that. Oh, just a fantastic look.
Jackson against Lillard. And yes, it's good.
Lillard, he has a sweet jump shot. The defense has to know he's deadly from there.
Clippers leading by 13. We've played just over 3.5 minutes now in the fourth quarter. Here's Jackson. Kicks it out to Leonard. And here's George for three. And it's Leonard missing.
Oh, he found the open space from mid-range. Just maybe rush his release a little bit.
And clearly, we will not be witnessing a spirited comeback tonight, albeit as exciting as that would be. This was an excellent all-around performance for Los Angeles.
This is a game where the defense, steals specifically, generating a lot of opportunities.
And it created possessions for them, scoring opportunities, and that effort, a big part of what will be a nice victory here tonight.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for George.
He was doing everything right, and the points came in bunches. Definitely had the hot hand.
Nobody near Lillard. The three-pointer is right on target.
I like watching Lillard shoot when he's in rhythm. He's superb at switching from dribbling to shooting in the blink of an eye.
Well, for the Clippers, they can just run out the clock. George from deep three-point land, and right away they match it with a three-pointer of their own.
And you can sense that these fans, these players, they are ready to celebrate.
And they are, sure. I mean, come on, the finish line is in sight. All they have to do is play it smart.
So the Clippers winning the... David, thank you as always. And that's going to do it tonight, folks. That's a look at our setting tonight. And is
Hey, Kevin.
Very dangerous indeed. David, thanks. Let's take a look at our starters for Portland. The high-powered backcourt pair. Lillard and McCollum. Nurkic is out there with Giles, and it's Powell in at the small forward. And for Milwaukee, Giannis is the 4 with Lopez the 5. Dante DiVincenzo, he's out there with Holiday, and it's Middleton in at the 3 slot. Terrific talented backcourts tonight. Greg, did it ever add anything for you playing across another top-level guard?
Listen, it raises the stakes, no doubt about it. You always want the opportunity to play against the best because you want to see where you stand. But in the end, even when you know a guy's better than you, and you're going to have that be the case a lot of nights, you still know that you will have an ability to impact the outcome when it comes to winning. And that's what...
Oh, my goodness! What a play!
And when the Greek Freak takes flight, I mean, he's looking to tear that rim apart. So ferocious in his throwdowns.
Chalk up 2 there.
And that's the kind of lead pass we've come to expect from him.
And it's Milwaukee's ball. And Lillard is going to pick up a foul. That's his first foul. Middleton against Powell. Trying to get open is Lopez. Shot's good by Middleton.
That was really a platinum-level effort from Middleton. I mean, crafty in how he carved out room for himself on the interior.
Lillard looking around. Up and in on the layup.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Shot's good by Middleton.
That's 3 straight shots to fall here to start. Looking good.
First quarter, about a minute and a half in. Lillard misses.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Middleton can't get it to go.
Man, I can't believe he blew that gimme, guys. Well, I know he's frustrated about that.
Offensively, McCollum sees the floor well. Not surprised to see him spot the open teammate.
Lillard against Holiday. He dishes it to Lopez. Shoots over Nurkic. From the high post. And he overshot that one, missing.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
McCollum finds Powell. 3-pointer Lillard. And the call will be against Yusuf Nurkic. That's his first foul.
And guys, as soon as you start going over and through a rebounder, you're probably going to get whistled for over the back.
Yeah, you know, that was out of his reach anyway, so I don't even know why he made that effort. No need to commit the foul there.
And the Bucks making a change here. Connaughton's checked in. Lillard outside.
And for someone who spends most of his time on the perimeter, Lillard's a terrific finisher inside. His moves to the basket aren't tentative. They are strong.
On the wing, Holiday. To the paint, Lopez. Got a hand on it. There's the pass to Kanter. Anthony trying to get open. And there's Enes Kanter on the assist by Anthony. Bucks trail by 3.
And last year showed that there's still a place in the NBA for a guy like Melo. Mostly a mid-range shooter in the league that has turned away from that. But buckets are buckets, and Melo can still light it up. And that's what he does. I mean, he is a bucket getter.
Lillard outside. Jacks up a 3. Rebound, Giannis Antetokounmpo. Well, Carmelo Anthony was out of the NBA for about a year, calendar-wise. Greg, were you surprised it took him so long to get a look and get back in the NBA?
Kevin, I wasn't shocked, but absolutely I was surprised. I mean, it was always going to take the right fit for Melo and the right team. And in this case, it was the Blazers. But Melo showed he has legs left in the league and can still be a positive.
Giannis inside. Anthony on him. And Giannis throws it down.
I tell you, that's why Antetokounmpo is so feared league-wide. I mean, when he's close to the rim, he's most likely going to flush it on you.
Lillard, the pass to Kanter. And Kanter throws it down.
And this guy, to me, embodies determination. Small at his position, but he still gets up and keeps plays alive. That's mind over matter for sure.
And it's Antetokounmpo penetrating.
And Antetokounmpo is just a blur. I mean, I don't know how a 7-foot guy with that wingspan and all legs and arms can be a blur, but man, he's like a lightning bolt when he gets room to roll to the basket.
Anthony dishes to Powell. Out to the wing. Just 5 to shoot. Lillard way outside. Rebound, Milwaukee.
He missed that one, but I've seen him drill shots from that distance in warm-up.
Well, that looked to me, guys, like a heat check and was maybe a step out of his range.
And some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after the first quarter of play. Let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for Portland.
Guys, right from the start, it's been apparent they're determined to establish a presence in the paint.
Also, what passing we've seen from them here early. I mean, there could be a big number in the assist column if this keeps up.
They've got P.J. Tucker. He's out there with Chris Middleton. And it's Portis in at center. That's the group for Milwaukee right now.
And we've seen several lead changes tonight, neither team giving an inch.
Yeah, and the lead has changed hands, and it just hasn't stayed in those hands very long when it's changed. Back and forth we go.
6 changes of the lead here.
Yeah, both teams still kind of feeling their way through this game.
Middleton outside. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
Boy, nice job that time, guys, from Forbes, spotting the wide open man and dropping the dime.
McCollum fires from way outside. Off target with his 3. Milwaukee in the lead. Middleton right side. And Tucker kicks to Middleton. Pulls up on the elbow. And no good that time. The Trailblazers shooting has been brilliant in this game. 67% from the floor. And the basket is good. Got it to go through on the contact. So a free throw coming up. A great opportunity for a 3-point play. Robert Covington's checked in for Portland. Portland shooting their 3rd free throw attempt of the game.
And as a team, excellent a season ago. About 80% when they got to the line.
Middleton outside. Over Jones. Stolen by Kanter. And now here comes Jones leading the break. Tips it.
Well, that's why they're in front. Aggressive play at both ends. Nicely done.
Bucks trail by 4. Forbes the pass to Middleton. And we're about 2 minutes into the second quarter here. Here's Portis. Kicks it down to Middleton. And again, the Bucks miss.
Not much falling for him this quarter, guys, and you can sense his frustration.
Simons, the pass to Covington. Count it. Covington's got the lead up to 6 now for Portland. Around the free agent race last year, for your money, Greg, who would you have rather take? Kawhi and PG, Kevin Durant and Kyrie.
Wow. I tell you what, it's a tough call. You know, Kawhi's got a couple finals MVPs. KD's got a couple. Kyrie's got a ring. It's a tough call. I mean, PG is more than capable, man. I think it's a toss-up, partner.
I agree. Yep, I'm going to agree with you. Now here's McCollum. D right on him. Can't cash in on the 10-foot jumper. Here's Connaughton. There's the killer 2-handed slam.
Boy, Tucker ever unselfish in how he goes about his game. Nice job finding his teammate there.
We've got 1:55 left to play here in the second quarter. Simons, the pass to Covington. Here's Simons. Out of bounds. Milwaukee takes possession.
And that corner 3, a cornerstone of P.J. Tucker's game. Takes and makes them as much as anybody in the league.
And, Greg, how about this little factoid? Back at the University of Texas, He only shot 4 triples in 3 seasons. Floor spacing was not a part of his game. It was about getting that thing in the paint. But to his credit, and it's an example for all young players, through hard work, that short corner has become his bread and butter shot. Talk about a total transformation from no threes to being a dead-eye corner 3 shooter.
Jones, the pass to Cannon. That one goes in for him, too, making it look easy. He's now 4 for 4.
And that's just all muscle there. Canner is solid at fighting his way through whatever the D throws at him.
Middleton finds Holiday. Middleton outside. And he buries that one, drilling the rim on the way down. Middleton's got 4 points in the quarter. Here's Simons. It's Covington on the wing. Anthony taking his time here. Here's Simons, guarded by Holiday. The wide open look here for Anthony. Cans it from downtown. And the Trailblazers lead by 5.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today, ending with a basket coming off a pretty pass?
Well, when you look at the assist totals, heck, they've been clearly the better team.
Tucker, the pass to Portis. Kicks it down to Middleton. Another miss by Middleton. And that'll do it for the first half. Okay, David, much appreciated. And now time for halftime, so we'll be back in just...
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back to 2K. Leading the way at the start, it was Damian Lillard. He had 8 points and 2 assists. And...
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. Bucks trail by 5. Here's who Terry Stotts is starting the second half with. Pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Norman Powell is out there with Giles, and it's Nurkic in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Antetokounmpo finds Middleton. Back to Antetokounmpo. Pass to DiVincenzo. And it's out of bounds. The Bucks able to retain possession here.
And he made the right read on that play, but just couldn't secure the steal.
You know, fellas, 1 second quicker, and that's going the other way.
And they'll turn it over. Could not get off a shot. 24-second violation. Trailblazers leading by 5. Here is Lillard. Kicks it to Powell. Lillard, the pass to Powell. Clock at 6. Back to Lillard. And the layup is good. Lillard's got the lead up to 7 now for Portland.
What strength from Lillard, just not allowing the defense to have the last word.
Middleton for 3. The rebound by Giles. Trailblazers shooting an unbelievable 70%. You won't see a performance like this too often. And Lillard gets it to go.
Well, he's just zoned in. I mean, in most cases, taking quality shots very much within the flow of the offense.
And Holiday, here we go. And Holiday throws it down.
You want to be an NBA point? Take notes on Holiday running that pick and roll. Sometimes taking it yourself is the best option.
Cranes the three-pointer. Lillard's got 7 points here in this quarter.
So far, so good to begin this half. They're 3 for 3. Perfect.
Now here is Holiday. Lopez outside. Middleton on the wing, guarded by Powell, and it's good for 2.
Well, I like the fact that Middleton takes advantage of the mid-range jump shot. When he gets room to pull the trigger from there, he's taking it, and he's almost automatic.
And GA Chris Middleton over his career, much improved on the defensive end.
A true two-way player. And I tell you, that 6'11" wingspan helps. Able to use that length to bother shots and disrupt passes.
DiVincenzo finds Giannis. And oh, here we go. McCollum's got it, the fast break chance. And Lillard throws it down.
And once they roll the ball out there, Lillard turned on the switch. He is doing it all tonight.
Just over 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second half. Here's Holiday, and it's slammed in by Holiday.
That should give them a nice little jolt.
Yeah, it has to. They need a jolt, GA.
And, you know, that's exactly what happens when you don't settle. That's the result. Tremendous effort and a big-time finish there.
Pass to Powell. Pass to McCollum. Nurkic in the post. Lopez covering. Nurkic can't hit. And here's Giannis. He'll bring it up for Milwaukee. Trailing here by 8. Here's Middleton, and he banks in the layup. Middleton's got 13.
That's just what we call man-up strength from Middleton. I mean, taking the hit and then kind of effortlessly knocking down the shot as well.
Powell against Holiday. Here's Childs. Shot is good off the back rim and in. And the Trailblazers lead by 8.
And I like the decision-making. He's taking what the defense is willing to give him.
You know, more and more big guys in the league have that mid-range shot in their bag now, and they need it.
For Portland, they've gone 5 of 6 so far from the field in the second half. Tremendous efficiency. Powell for 3. Unable to get that one. The Bucks go the other way with it. Stolen. Nurkic dishes to Powell, and it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Antetokounmpo. A different look for Milwaukee. P.J. Tucker comes in for Brook Lopez. And it's Pat Connaughton in for Chris Middleton. And he lays in the alley-oop.
Unselfishness always admirable in a basketball player, and Covington consistent at giving it up when one of his teammates is open.
The pass to Tucker. And he slams it in.
And one step ahead of the defense with that solid screen.
And then Greg, the monster dunk to finish it off.
Boy, picture-perfect teamwork that time, guys. One guy sacrificing for the other. That's how you succeed in this league.
Anthony kicks to Jones. Here's Simons, guarded by Holiday. 4 on the shot clock. Inside, here's Cantor. Antetokounmpo pulls it in. Giannis has got 4 rebounds now tonight. Back to Connaughton. Portland grabs the miss. And now Portland on the break. Trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. Here's Antetokounmpo. And he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in. The third quarter comes to a close. Trailblazers. And while we can now, let's take a look at today's State Farm assist of the game.
And the winner today, the big fella here with the sweetest of dimes. What a plus it is to have a post player who's got this ability to find.
Boy, that's a nice asset to have. It's a huge boost to any offense, too. It adds a whole nother dimension when you've got a big guy that can pass.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this fourth and final quarter. Holiday out there with Donte DiVincenzo. Then there's Bobby Portis. Then it's P.J. Tucker. And it's Connaughton in at the 3. That's the 5 on the floor for the Bucks.
And guys, point of emphasis for the league is to really crack down on illegal screens.
Yeah, you know, he might have gotten away with that a few years ago, but not anymore. No way. Now you've got to be stationary on those screens. No extra hips or elbows, or they'll call it.
Here's Portis. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. And the 22nd pick in 2015, Bobby Portis with a nice shooting touch.
And at the same time, not afraid to mix it up, maybe to a fault. At times we've seen him get caught in the heat of the moment. You've got to channel that competitive edge and stay strong mentally.
Jones finds Cantor. Kicks it out to Jones. For three, Covington. Doesn't go that time. And Milwaukee will come the other way. DiVincenzo passes to Connaughton. And Anthony sends it back. And Tucker has it in the corner. Outside Portis. Shot clock at 6. Here's Connaughton. And the officials call over the back. A little too aggressive there.
And he drew that call by establishing his base early and then doing a great job with the box out.
Yeah, there are a lot of things that go into rebounding, guys. You need strength, you need positioning, but I think timing and a nose for the ball most important. And I think you're right. That's what got him that call, his physicality and strength.
Chris Middleton's checked in for Milwaukee. Tucker dishes to Holiday. Back to Tucker. Middleton looking it over. Shoots over Cantor. That one's in there. The Trailblazer lead is cut down to 4 on the bucket for Middleton.
I think Middleton is absolutely dynamic when he's involved in the pick and roll. He's really skilled at his decision making. He knows when to pass and when to shoot.
Down low. Portis against Cantor. Great D that time from Portis. And for Milwaukee, they're shooting an outstanding 53% for the game. DiVincenzo passes to Tucker. Fires for 3. DiVincenzo gets the bucket. And now just a 1-point Trailblazer lead.
The defenders need to recognize the importance of staying on him as we get into crunch time.
Kicks it out to Covington. Anthony against Middleton. It's Anthony with the drive. That's tipped.
A rare rejection that time from Tucker, using that long reach, though, and times it perfectly.
Lopez, he's checked in for the Bucks. Antetokounmpo comes in for P.J. Tucker. So it's the Bucks now. Here in the fourth quarter, their defense has been very strong, allowing no baskets. Stolen by McCollum. Fast break. Here come the Trailblazers. And Lillard throws it down.
Proof positive that Lillard is worthy. That's talent you can build a franchise around.
Around 3 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. Pass to DiVincenzo. There's the dish to Lopez. 6 on the shot clock. To the middle. Here's Giannis. That's another one for him. His 5th in just 7 shots.
You know, feeling very comfortable taking a big shot when his team needs it. That's a sign of how Antetokounmpo has matured recently.
Lillard, the pass to Nurkic. He kicks to Powell. Now here's Lillard. McCollum with the ball. Pass to Giles. Tries again. Back to McCollum. Portland moving the ball around. 3-pointer, Lillard. The rebound by Holiday. The Bucks have gone 3 of 4 in field goal attempts since getting things started here in the fourth. And Giannis gets it to go.
Well, how about the concentration of Antetokounmpo? I mean, he expects to get hit when he's taking it strong to the rim and still is able to muscle his way through contact.
And Lillard kicks to Powell. Passes it to Giles. To the paint, Nurkic. Rebounded by the Bucks.
Boy, patrolling the paint well, protecting the rim. That's exactly the kind of defensive effort you need against him.
It's good.
And you can't get a bigger bucket than that.
Well, that was 1-2. He wanted the ball. Nobody else was taking that shot.
DiVincenzo against McCollum. Dishes it to Nurkic. Now Powell beyond the arc. And Lopez pulls it down.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Giannis outside. Yes!
Late in the game, up big, they continue to attack.
Yeah, I don't think you want to get loose and sloppy or ease up, but it is time for them to start using that clock a bit.
In the corner, Middleton with it. A 3-pointer, no good. And so the Bucks take the win. They didn't make. Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that about wraps it. Welcome to 2K Sports for another. And they've got a few injuries on their bench. Less options, but you'd think not too big of an impact for them.
2 injuries, one of their stars out, but it's all about how you respond to the adversity.
Here are the starters for Milwaukee. Giannis is the 4 with Lopez the 5. Dante DiVincenzo, he's out there with Holiday. And it's Middleton in at the 3, the small forward. And for Los Angeles, they've got Batum. Reggie Jackson out there with Paul George. Then it's Ivica Zubac. And it's Leonard in at the 3 spot. And here's Los Angeles.
And that foot injury robbing Dante DiVincenzo of much of his rookie season. But in year 2, he had a nice bounce back.
One of the things, Greg, that I think is most important for any player at any level is any time that you're hurt, you still have an opportunity from the bench to pick up some of the nuances of the game. There's no doubt that Dante did that last year, and this year has stepped in and continued to contribute to this ball club.
Here's Zubac following the basket by Chris Middleton. Back to Batum. On the wing, George. Pass to Zubac. And the rebound goes to Lopez. The Bucks have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Here's Giannis. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
And
last season, Giannis Antetokounmpo welcoming his first child into the world.
And maybe now an MVP at home as a most valuable papa. The mother of his son was a volleyball player in her day. So you got to think, as this kid grows up, maybe the recruits are sending letters already.
Now Holiday, Paul George missing from long range. Here's Antetokounmpo. It's hauled in by Los Angeles.
He's so good at getting to the rim. Maybe tries to get a little bit too cute with that one. I thought he'd lay it straight up and in. And so far, the team just 1 of 5, and that rim shrinking. Many times you don't like that shot selection, but sometimes when you're just feeling it in transition when no one's on you, great shot there.
Now here's George. There's the triple. Hits it from three-point range.
Well, that three-pointer's got to fire up George and the entire team.
Milwaukee has gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Holiday goes in. That one goes in. The Clippers have gone 2 of 6 from the field. And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. Jackson passes to Zubac. And now the fast break. Middleton with the ball. Holiday finds Middleton. Pulls from the top of the key. Antetokounmpo against Batum. Here's Middleton. And there are the Bucks with another bucket.
Good handles from the 6'8" Chris Middleton. That's some versatility there with that size.
Jackson drives in, and he drops in the layup off the glass. Well, it seems like every year, Greg, we see some incredible new players come to the NBA, and they are welcome with open arms. Their style of play is so terrific.
No doubt about it. You know, guys like Ja Morant, I think he's got a chance to be one of the greats. And any list about the future of the NBA has to include Luka Doncic. I don't know if there's a better basketball talent than that young man. And, you know, let's not forget about Devin Booker out in Phoenix as well. A terrific, terrific player.
3 terrific kids. You're right. Outside, George. Shot clock at 5. And George with the stuff.
That's why you want a guy like Paul George on the floor. Get him the ball. He has great clock awareness and no panic.
And so Antetokounmpo looking over it. And it's Brook Lopez with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Big group substitution here for Milwaukee. Portis, he's checked in for Lopez. P.J. Tucker comes in for Antetokounmpo. Pat Connaughton, he's checked in for Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Bryn Forbes in for Drew Holiday.
Well, right now, Rondo just cutting through there with not much effort, and the speed took over.
Connaughton kicks it to Tucker. No good on the shot. Good work defensively by Morris. Leonard inside, defended by Middleton, and Leonard gets it to go.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
There's 25 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Clippers leading by 3. Here's Rondo. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist.
Well, you see the improvement in terms of high-level playmaking, a great understanding of all the offensive scheme that Kawhi Leonard possesses.
Tucker finds Middleton. To end the run, the putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
And, folks, he did not luck into that one. He knew just where he wanted to be to grab that backboard.
Here's Mann, and the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him. And still a close game as the first quarter. And it's been a pretty even game here after 1 quarter of play. And taking a look at Los Angeles' performance here, what have they been doing or not doing?
Well, in that first quarter, they were intent on just pounding the ball down low.
Yeah, you don't see that all that often, getting down there and doing that much damage in a quarter. You got to respect the game plan.
They've got Kennard. Patrick Patterson is out there with Morris. That's Rajon Rondo. And it's man in at the 2-guard spot. That's who's out there for the Clippers.
And that's 10 straight points in the paint. The defense, nowhere to be found.
To the inside.
And you can see him give a little nod and then just burst to the rim for the alley-oop slam.
A pair of teammates, Greg, with a terrific feel for each other. Rondo looking around. Kicks it to Patterson. Back to Rondo. Kennard on the wing. Fires from the line. And again, the Clippers good for 2. Bucks trail by 5. Just over 1 minute has passed here in the second quarter. There's the lob to the hoop.
And the definition of teamwork right there on that alley-oop.
And Greg, what about the finish? Bringing it down with some thunder. Yeah. Oh, Morris in position. The shot, no good. The Bucks go the other way with it. Here's Connaughton, and he goes strong with the one-handed jam.
And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points. Now, here is Morris. No points in the game yet for him. Drills it from outside.
Now, you can't leave someone open around Rondo. He'll find them.
Middleton outside. Good on the triple. Middleton's got 7.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, both of them looking towards the 3-point line. And I like to see that, especially when the results are made buckets.
Patterson, that's good.
Well, Patterson usually on the perimeter, this time down on the inside, doing a little bit of damage.
And a little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second quarter. Nice shot by Portis.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
Now Rondo, 6 points for him. Pass to Patterson. Now here's Kennard. He's tightly guarded. His shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor.
Now, say what you will about the value of the 3-pointer, but those close-in looks are always plan A. Every trip down, get to the paint, get deep, score.
Here is Forbes. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. 6 to shoot. Middleton. Morris with the rebound. And Morris has got the ball here for the Los Angeles Clippers. 3-point lead. Hey, Greg, if you could coach one team right now, who would it be?
That's a tough one. Clippers, Lakers, Bucks. You know what? I would probably go Lakers or Bucks because you would have an opportunity to coach someone who arguably might be considered the best to ever play the game. Because I think Giannis is trending in that direction, and LeBron obviously already is.
How about a guy like Kemba Walker and coaching the Celtics, having him to do what you want to do on the floor?
Oh, he'd be brilliant. And
yeah.
Kemba, one of the most underrated leaders in our game. Great, great human being.
Well, this is where Giannis does all of his damage. He gets inside the paint, has the size to work you back, and then stretch out and score.
Passes to Morris. Inside. Here's Oturu. Lopez covering. Here's Coffey. And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation. For Milwaukee, they've gotten all but one of their 7 shots in the second quarter to drop. Pretty impressive. Outside, Antetokounmpo. Can't tie it up as that one misses. For Los Angeles, they've gone 5 of 7 from the field here in the second. The pass to Oturu. Antetokounmpo pulls it in. The Bucks trail. 6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Now the Clippers moving it up. And Morris throws it down.
And you see Morris aware of his surroundings, getting a good jump down court.
Morris against Giannis. Pass to Connaughton. Oh, that's blocked. And that's it for the first half of action. What's been a...
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Greetings to each and every one of you watching at this very moment. I'm Ernie Johnson. Kenny the Jet Smith is here. Shaq is here. One half is behind us. Welcome to the 2K Sports Halftime Show. A pretty close game for the Clippers throughout the first quarter. The period came to a close with them. And
we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. Without question, Chris Middleton displaying his skills today.
Yeah, I don't know if there's anything that the league can do to slow him down. He's just that good.
Yeah, avalanche warning in this one. He is just on a roll.
And on the floor for Mike Budenholzer starting the second half. Middleton and Giannis are the forward tandem. Dante DiVincenzo, he's out there with Holiday, and it's Lopez in at the 5. The Clippers in the lead.
An era where we're seeing teams turn away from the slower 7-footers. Brook Lopez still playing a pivotal role for the Bucks.
There's been a lot of talk in recent years, Greg, as how the big man has been played off the floor in the playoffs. That's just not the case with Lopez because he's been able to step out and shoot threes along with being a really reliable rim protector. Giannis bringing it down using that sensational length to get that finish.
Pass to Zubac. Right side Jackson. Just 5 on the clock. And it's good with time running down on the shot clock. And the Clippers lead by 4.
And good to see Jackson finish closer in. Not a guard who just chucks up threes. Can find the creases with that handle.
He muscles it in through the contact, and they call the foul. And he's on his way to the free throw line.
I don't know what's happening defensively, but they're not putting up any resistance.
P.J. Tucker, he's checked in for the Bucks.
And as much as Holiday brings to your offense, it's his defense that's repeatedly recognized.
Well, when you make all NBA defensive teams and you're smart and strong and quick like Drew Holiday is, I think not only does the reputation start to build, but your confidence in disrupting somebody else by playing that way is something you rely on.
Clippers moving the ball around. Here's Leonard. Great D that time from Middleton.
The defense is tough as it comes right there. He's a hard man to deny when he gets the ball to the rim.
Passes it to Holiday. Middleton looking it over. Tucker dishes to Lopez. Here's Middleton. Milwaukee needs to get off a shot here.
Feeling more and more comfortable in this offense. That's just Chris Middleton making a play.
And the foul on Drew Holiday. That's his first foul for the Clippers. Patterson comes in for Ivica Zubac. Rajon Rondo is subbed in for Reggie Jackson. Bobby Portis is checked in for Milwaukee. Bryn Forbes comes in for Dante DiVincenzo. And here comes Holiday leading the fast break. And it's slammed in by Holiday.
Holiday did a great job there, realizing they had an opportunity in transition, taking advantage of the numbers. Those are the kind of situations where they thrive.
Now, here is George. 7 points in the game. It's deflected, but they'll get another chance. Patterson passes to George. Los Angeles with another miss.
And there hasn't been anything easy for him in this period.
No, I haven't seen him in comfortable spots, or at least spots we've seen in this offensive set that are allowing him to settle in.
Important points there. Got him on a nice play, getting the ball inside and right to the bucket.
Outside, George. Here's Patterson. Sweet move. He lays it in.
That's the man you want running into the pick and roll. It's Paul George at the helm. He's got the ball and makes a great play.
Holiday with it. George picks him up. Here's Forbes. No good from outside.
Well, the D really getting away with one there. No one on him. And that's going to be good 9 out of 10 times.
And it's going to be out of bounds. The Clippers will retain possession. And the Clippers making a switch here. Mann's checked in. And then for Milwaukee, Antetokounmpo's checked in for P.J. Tucker. And it's Pat Connaughton in for Bryn Forbes.
Is it getting cold in here? This is a tough one. Crucial that he starts to work a little harder for a higher percentage shot. One of the more skilled offensive players that is on the floor here tonight. Not an easy fella to hold in check.
Clippers trail by 4. Here's George. 7 points in the game. Knocked loose. Takes a 3. The rebound by the Bucks.
Well, his shooting this quarter has to be a huge concern, especially when they're behind like this. Can he find the rhythm?
Yeah, again, just lackluster transition defense.
And here's George. Following the three-pointer by Chris Middleton. Looking to get back on track here. George, no good.
And he's really trying to get them back into it, but the results just have not been there.
And Giannis throws it down.
And right now, they're just focused on putting together good possessions.
That's exactly how they got the lead. They ended up having multiple possessions in a row with good quality shots, knocked them down, and the game is fully in their control. Time for some consideration in the passing category, maybe, Kevin. The shot is just not on. Get somebody else going.
He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. Connaughton's got the lead up to 11 now for the Bucks.
Oh, great timing. He is one tough customer on that offensive glass.
You know, it's like he has a sixth sense of where that rebound is going. And so it's Milwaukee. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Well, there's a way to break down the defense with the handle, but you can do it with the pass. Prime example of that right there.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. Ivica Zubac is out there with Kawhi Leonard. And now, yep, this will be a coach's challenge. We thought that might happen, triggering a review of the personal foul.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Kevin, during the last break, I heard Tyronn Lue talking with his team. He was not happy with their play. He told them, we're getting outworked out there. Simple as that. We got to dial up our effort. Kevin, we'll see if they have enough to get it done.
And the Clippers making a change here. Mann's checked in. And Giannis throws it down.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
And the gamble paying off.
Mann can't hit.
I don't know what happened there. That was an easy 2 points that he just threw away.
And the wide open shot from DiVincenzo. Giannis outside. To the paint. Here's Lopez. That shot is off. The Clippers go the other way with it. Morris kicks to Kennard. Morris against Holiday. Morris right side. 5 to shoot. And the foul on Drew Holiday. That's foul number 2 for him. And the Bucks making a change here. Middleton's checked in. 3 from the inbound. It's hauled in by Giannis. Giannis has got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Middleton can't get it to go. Clippers trail by 15. Here's Patterson. Makes it off the glass.
Nice job getting inside for the layup. Got the D thinking jump shot, gave a little pump fake, and then off to the races.
Now here is Holiday. And Holiday throws it down.
That is a vicious dunk from Holiday there. When you give him room to run, he can take off just like that.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
The tray. Rebound, Milwaukee. Lopez has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. It's deflected. Middleton finds Lopez. Back to Middleton. 3-pointer. The rebound by Patterson.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Great positioning on the putback.
And those second chance points really become almost like bonus points when you can get them.
There's the foul. It's on Patrick Patterson. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game. A platoon swap here for the Clippers. A little over 2.5 minutes have passed here in the 4th quarter. Now the pass to Middleton. Pulls up, high post, and he gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim. Middleton's got 10 points in just the second half. DiVincenzo against George. He kicks it to Leonard. The shot's good on the assist by George.
I love the patience, the tactical mindset of Leonard. He's so good at picking his spots, especially on the pick and roll.
Holiday dishes to Lopez. Middleton against Leonard. Leonard with the steal. That one, no good. Excellent D there from Holiday. Down low. Got a piece of it. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Zubac.
You love the pressure he's putting on them. Almost had that steal.
Yeah, pestering right now, and that's going to pay some dividends. At some point, there's going to be a turnover.
And the whistle blows on the backcourt violation. He went over and back. Clippers trail by 13. From deep, George. And again, it's the Clippers missing.
Oof, rough shooting night tonight, but you can't fault him for the effort.
So weird. Sometimes when you get that much time, it can throw you off just as much as having no time.
And that's a foul. It's called on Reggie Jackson. That's his 3rd foul of the game. 1:09 left in the 4th quarter. The kick out to Antetokounmpo.
And these are the types of games where one team clearly has the edge. Tonight, it will be a win by a large margin for Milwaukee.
And they had to battle for this win. There were times when it looked like it was maybe slipping away a bit, but they never let that happen, which I thought was a real credit to them.
And that's a product of their mental toughness. Anytime the flow of the game turned against them, instead of caving, they just dialed it up a notch and were able to pull away.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for Chris Middleton.
He was tough to cover all game long. One of those nights when he felt like nobody could stop him, and they didn't.
And it's Batum with the ball, bringing it up for the Clippers. They've given up just 8 points in the 4th quarter. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Nobody near George. It's good on the putback.
Just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
Pass to Middleton. Shoots over Leonard. Middleton can't get it to go. Leonard finds George. On the money.
And Paul George in the mid-range area, just dominating that possession.
All right, David, thank you. And that'll wrap it up, folks. Rip City. Welcome, everyone, to the NBA on 2K. And a look at the status here of both teams' injured players and who will not be in the lineup.
And with both teams at less than full strength, we'll have to see which side is able to remain more effective.
And the Clippers starting five. Ivica Zubac is out there with Batum. Then it's Paul George. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's Jackson in at the point guard. And for the Trailblazers, pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Norman Powell is out there with Giles. And it's Nurkic in at the center position.
Playing with high energy, outworking the defense up the floor.
And I just love it when the fast break results in a high percentage look. Not always the case these days.
Jackson finds Zubac. And the dunk by Zubac.
Never a bad idea to run the old pick play.
You're right. And if it produces a slam like that, we'll probably see more of them.
Especially if the defense is going to allow you to do it. Have to switch on that play.
Lillard misses.
Even though he missed it, this is the exact play your offense is designed to produce.
And there's the whistle. And here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at. And how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
And here is Powell. Kawhi Leonard getting his three to go. And here's McCollum for three. Kept alive. Great positioning on the putback.
You know we talk about it all the time, guys. Those second chance buckets, always the result of that extra effort.
Here's Jackson, and the dunk by Jackson.
The way he glides around the court doesn't look like Jackson is moving as fast as he really is.
Lillard outside. Batum with the steal. And so they foul intentionally.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
A different look now for Portland. Enes Kanter's checked in for Yusuf Nurkic. And it's Simons in for Lillard.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they've shot the basketball.
Cullen passes to Powell. And Portland with another turnover here. Greg, who would you choose as the best defenders of the NBA pick and roll?
Oof. That is a tough one. This will surprise some people. Nikola Jokic
is one of the better big men defending the pick and roll, in part because of his instincts. You know, he doesn't impress me in terms of his physical attributes, but his mind, the ability to anticipate, having a sense of how perimeter players play the game. He's a guy that's terrific. I'll give you an oldie but goodie in Andre Iguodala. He's still terrific. And I pick bigger guys because you've got to be able to switch that and guard smaller players. And, you know, at the center and the swing position, those are two guys that still are very reliable.
1:53 left in the first quarter. Kicks it out to Covington. Anthony against Leonard to the inside. Here's Cantor. Outside Covington. 5 on the clock. Simons the pass to Covington. The shot misses. The Clippers go the other way with it. Leonard inside. Covered by Anthony. Outside Rondo.
That's his first personal foul.
First quarter of play and just over 3.5 minutes in. Outside Leonard. 4 on the clock. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Good job inviting contact. The closer Leonard gets to the rim, the more dangerous he becomes.
Both free throws good from Kawhi Leonard.
Just solid. Really one of the very best there is at the free throw line.
Simons surveying the D. Here's Cantor. Got a piece of it, and he's able to get it back. 59 seconds left to play in the first. Here's Simons. And the bucket is good. 3-point play chance here for him.
How about that one? Able to maintain control and finish the play.
McCollum's checked in for Portland. The Trailblazers shooting their first free throw of the game here.
And when you look at their numbers from a season ago, 80% as a unit, that's something you'll be happy with.
Now here's Rondo. Still looking for his first bucket in this one.
The craftiness of Rondo makes him a tough cover in pick and roll sets. Just when you think he's going to pass, he'll surprise you with the shot.
McCollum passes to Cantor. Back to McCollum. Jones with it. 30 seconds left to play here in the first. Cantor kicks to Jones. The shot by Anthony. Nobody around. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers. Morris outside. Rondo dishes to Morris. And good that time.
Rondo is out there to distribute the ball. He is a master at finding the open man.
Here's McCollum. And here's Anthony from the arc. And the last shot before the buzzer is off.
And when Morris is playing with intensity.
And that does it for the first quarter. The Clippers on top. They lead by 5. Don't go anywhere, folks. We'll be back in just a moment.
You know, this game, it's...
Greg, you know this. It takes time mentally for the game to slow down.
It's a great point. This is why most championship teams are laden with seasoned veterans. You can't rush experience. It happens at its own pace.
And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And taking a look at Los Angeles' performance here, what have they been doing or not doing?
You could see they were well prepared defensively coming into this one.
Yes, what they do, they take away the things that teams like to do offensively, also keeping them out of sync.
The high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Nurkic is out there with Anthony, and it's Powell in at the small forward. That's the group on the floor for Portland. Giles checked in for Anthony. Mann passes to Kennard. It's a nice passing here by Los Angeles. And he banks in the layup. Kennard's got his first basket.
Can't let Kennard get this close. Once you do, he's going up with it.
Man passes to Oturu. No good that time. Great D that time from Nurkic.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
Here's Lillard. Misses in close.
He is so good attacking the rim. It's rare to see him denied like that.
Morris, no good.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
To the middle, here's Powell, and the dunk by Powell.
Great dish from Nurkic there. He really has a sixth sense for those reads.
Morris passes to Man. And now approaching 2 minutes of action here in the second quarter. Takes it from 10. Rebound by Nurkic. Nurkic has got 4 rebounds in this game. Here's McCollum. Giles kicks to Powell. Pass to Lillard. From 10 feet out. And finished off by Nurkic.
And just a massive player. Nurkic's combination of size and strength helps him on that offensive glass.
Here's Man. No points in the game yet for him. Goes up again. All alone. Up again. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. And the Clippers lead by 3.
Challenging the defense at the rim, something he does very well. Excellent tip in.
Up top, Powell. Back to Nurkic. It's McCollum on the wing. Kicks it out to Lillard. Just 5 on the clock. But 3. Portland keeps it going. A new 14-second shot clock.
Oh, big time put back there. What a great motor on this guy.
There is no one who goes after those rebounds harder. Kennard, the pass to Morris. Count that bucket. Morris has got his second bucket.
With a high basketball IQ and improving playmaking abilities, Luke's growing as a distributor.
Lillard surveying the D. And a wide open look for McCollum. And they're unable to get the tying basket there. Man passes to Oturu. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. It goes on C.J. McCollum. It's his first trip to the line. First free throw is good. So Portland ends up going with the new group. And so he makes both from the line. Trailblazers trail by 5. We've got 1:28 left in the first half of basketball. Simons, the pass to Covington. Oturu with the rebound. And it's Batum with the ball, bringing it up for the Clippers. Passes to Oturu. Back to George. Over Jones. And the Clippers miss again.
Wow, that's one you just kind of assume is going in. Tough luck.
And that's the kind of play you just do not want to give up defensively. You lose the possession and give up a quick 2 at the other end.
Anthony drives in. Oh, and the jam by Anthony.
And once he gets clear off the screen, there is no stopping him.
No, not when there's a flush waiting to happen.
That's a big-time move and a big-time finish.
Step back and squared up. George has got the lead up to 7 now for the Clippers.
Silky smooth stroke. Nice touch. Paul George is a terrific jump shooter.
Simons, the pass to Cannon. Simons controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
And folks, he did not luck into that one. He knew just where he wanted to be to grab that backboard.
5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. George with no one around. Offensive rebound. Great positioning on the putback. And the Clippers lead by 7.
Oh, big time put back there. What a great motor on this guy.
There is no one who goes after those rebounds harder. Outside, Jones. Can't get it to fall. And so it's the Los Angeles Clippers.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to 2K Sports. A pretty close game for the Clippers throughout the first quarter. At the end of one, they were able to... And that'll do it.
And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. Without question, George is displaying his skills today.
Yeah, I don't know if there's anything that the league can do to slow him down. He's just that good.
You know, you almost take it for granted. You look at his numbers from the first half, they're just expected at this point.
And folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Nobody near Lillard. It's hauled in by Zubac.
I guess even he has to miss one of those once in a while.
Nobody near Leonard. And he's good on the 3 ball. Leonard's got 8 points.
The confidence Leonard shows from range now. You wouldn't know it was once a weakness.
Now that's what I call a momentum changer.
Yeah, when you've got a point guard with that kind of spring, no lead is safe.
You're totally right. That can be a shot in the arm for them. A spark that turned things around.
Outside for George. Lets it go with a 3. Portland grabs the miss. Nurkic has got rebound number 8 now on the night. Powell, no one around him. Rebound by the Clippers. George finds Zubac. Launches it. Back to George. Lets it go from deep. Good on the 3-point shot. 8 points for him.
Yeah, that's 2 bombs in a row from long range.
In the corner, Powell with it. McCollum outside. Lillard with it. From deep. Batum grabs the miss.
He is just really almost playing for the other team. The shooting has just been poor.
The shot by George, no good.
And the truth is, this league would have been much bigger had he shot better.
And it's Giles missing.
Well, that alley-oop attempt, a case of what could have been, just didn't finish the play.
You know, this is something you practice over and over again. I'm surprised they couldn't execute.
Leonard lays it up and banks it in.
Love the aggressiveness. Kawhi very active, very focused on the job at hand.
Nurkic kicks to Giles. The dish to McCollum. Sinks that one from the post. McCollum's got his first points in this one.
I'm not sure who was supposed to be on him that possession. I mean, apparently neither did the defenders.
The 3 from George. That's good, and it's Jackson with the assist that time. George has got the lead up to 14 now for Los Angeles. Lillard from deep 3-point land, and he can't answer back. The 3-pointer offline. Here's Leonard, and the pass to Zubac. Jackson has the open look, and it's the Clippers scoring again.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Lillard against Jackson. Lillard dishes to Powell. And here is Zubats. He's got 6. And that's an intentional foul. Big group substitution here for the Clippers. Leonard against Anthony. Leonard the pass to Man. Back to Leonard. Lands soft on the front of the rim and drops. Leonard's got 12 points in the game.
Feeling that one all the way. Leonard lethal in the catch and shoot game.
Outside Anthony. To the inside. Here's Cantor. And he converts the layup.
Textbook. Nice pass. Great catch. Even better finish.
40 seconds left to play here in the third. Rondo scanning the floor. Dishes it to Patterson. Clippers moving the ball around. Jones against Rondo. Kicks it to Patterson. The shot, no good. Trailblazers trail by 16. And he's going up for the alley-oop. It's stolen by Morris.
And how's that for a one-man show? Put this fella on Broadway.
The most magnificent alley-oop we could have seen. Here's Cantor. And that one drops for him. He has 6.
And the coaching staff doesn't have any issue putting the ball in Cantor's hands inside. And why not? That part of his game is very refined.
Kawhi Leonard has been on display. While we have the chance now, folks, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
Execution. This is what you practice every day. These guys are professionals. Beautiful play.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. A moment now to reset the lineups, brought to us by Gatorade, all fueled up here for the 4th quarter. On the floor for Portland. Pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Giles is out there with Powell. And it's Nurkic in at the 5 down low.
Trying to finish out the game strong. You have to recognize who has the hot hand and get him the ball.
Greg, I think of you in a New York Knicks uniform, legendary arena you played in. What was that experience like?
Kevin, intense. I remember the first time I suited up in a preseason game. We played the Dallas Mavericks. Both teams went up and down the court 3 times and nobody scored, and the fans started booing. And that's when I knew this is a little bit different. You better bring your A game.
And thicker skin, correct?
That too, yeah. Fortunately, there was no social media or internet back then. Goodness gracious.
Man passes to Coffee. Here's Oturu. Tipped away. Powell with the steal. It's tipped. And the basket by McCollum.
Never seems to shy away from playing in attack mode. McCollum likes to keep the pressure on the D.
Pass to Man. Shoots the 3. And it's good, coming on the assist by Rajon Rondo. Rondo's got 3 assists now in this one. Pass to Giles. There's the feed to Nurkic. That one's not going to go. And it's the Clippers taking it the other way. Patterson, that's good. Patterson's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Playing with high energy, outworking the defense up the floor.
And I just love it when the fast break results in a high percentage look. Not always the case these days.
Lillard, and that one clearly a foul, gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up.
And when Lillard sees an opening, he takes full advantage. Skilled at drawing contact.
Enes Kanter's checked in for Nurkic. No free throws good from Lillard. Clippers leading by 16. Just a little under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the 4th. And it's a defensive 3-second violation. And no good on the technical, so unable to pick that one up.
He's an NBA champion and Finals MVP in 2014. Kawhi continues to impact the game at the highest level.
Here's what Portland's going with right now. Anthony's checked in for Giles. Jones comes in for Norman Powell. And it's Little in for McCollum. Back to George. And here's Leonard from three. Tries yet again. Fires the three. The Clippers rebound. Batum wide open. He fires. And he wills that one in. Sinking right through off the back iron. Trailblazers trail by 18. Lillard the pass to Kanter. And it's good. 2 points.
Yeah, quick thinking wins Dame assist. Finds the open man and the ball instantly there for the finish.
And an intentional foul right there. Jackson against Lillard. Jackson down low. No good. Good work defensively by Lillard. Here's Little. And it's Little finishing it off.
Wow, that is just pretty right there. What a find for his teammate at the rim.
Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We've got about 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. The three from George. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers.
Okay, that's frustrating. You work hard to get these open looks. You know he liked that one back.
Here's Lillard. Here's Kanter. Kicks it out to Lillard. Fires the three. And the rejection by Leonard. Out of bounds. Trailblazers ball as Portland keeps possession. 1:15 left in the fourth. Second shot opportunity. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
And no stopping Lillard. Excellent at staying in control no matter what the D throws at him.
Los Angeles leading by 11.
And at this point, just sort of running through the paces as it appears it'll be a nice win here for the Clippers.
Fewer miscues made the difference.
Yeah, I mean, a great all-around effort. Not only did they minimize their turnovers, but kept the pressure up on D, forcing the other team to commit turnovers.
And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Leonard.
I thought he did a good job of filling out the defense early on. Then once he found his groove, he stayed aggressive throughout.
Here's George. And he can't stop the run as he misses. And it's Lillard with the ball. He brings it up for the Trailblazers. 9-point game. Jones the pass to Lillard. Good on the shot.
And for someone who spends most of his time on the perimeter, Lillard's a terrific finisher inside. His moves to the basket aren't tentative. They are strong.
That's going to be over and back. Not watching for the line that time. He feeds it to McCollum. Passes it to Lillard. Three-pointer. The shot missing. So the Clippers with the win. A truly... All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. Well, folks, that's going to do it.